Hello friends, today we are going to make an animation to roll a donut and move it a certain distance. This is a donut and this is how the animation would look like. So you can see that donut is rolling on the floor and covering a distance. So without much ado, let's start making this. Let's open a fresh file, new file, blank workbook. In this blank workbook, go to insert tab and insert a shape. Among all the shapes, choose this shape which is donut. Click on this and make a shape. So this is two-dimensional shape. You have to format it so that it looks like a 3D image or 3D shape. So first of all, make it a perfect circle. The height and the width have to be same. So once you click that, format tab will be highlighted, and in format tab, these two fields are the shape height and the shape width. You have to make this uniform. I will be choosing 5 and 5 respectively so that it becomes a circle. Now I have to make this donor a little bit thinner. What I'll do is I'll mouse over on this point, which is a yellow point, and drag it and make it a little bit thinner. Now I have to format it further so that it looks like a 3D shape. I'll right click on this shape, click on format shape, and go to effects. In effects, I will go to 3D rotation. In 3D rotation, I'll choose in among the preset, I'll choose this as the preset, and so that I have given a 3D perspective which will enable me to see the depth. But now we have to assign a depth as well. So I will go to 3D format, and this is the depth section. I will increase the depth to say 30 points. So now it looks like a real donut. Now what we have to do is we have to name this donut. So click on this donut, and this is the address box or the name box, and herein we can see the name of this particular shape. You can change currently it is donut 2. You can change it to any other name, which is say donut itself. So we'll change it to donut. Press enter. Now the name of the shape is donut. So now it's time to write the VBA code which will make it roll and move at the same time. So open the VBA page by pressing Alt plus F11, and so this is the VBA page, and go to insert tab, go to insert module. In module, let's start writing the VBA code. Sub roll and move, right? And let's declare this variable count as integer. For let's start a for loop for count equal to 0 to say 500 with active sheet dot shapes. The name of the shape is donut, right? Dot left is equal to count dot rotation is equal to count, end with next count. That's all. That's all the code is. So let's try to understand this code. What this code is doing is let's focus on this part with the with block. Here you can see that what we are doing is we are making the shape move from left by a certain extent, which is count, and we are making the shape rotate by a certain extent count. And this count is being incremented from a value 0 to 500. So that means we are going to do iteration of this with block for 500 times. So all these iterations, they make the donut roll and rotate, and thus giving an impression of an animation. Now, uh, we are almost ready with our code, but here is one important statement which is missing, which will let us see the processing happening. So that statement is do events. So after the statement of for, we have to write do events. Without this statement, we will not be able to see the what's happening between uh, the first iteration and the last iteration. We will only be able to see if we do not add this do events, we will be only be able to see the final result, which is at the end of the 500th iteration. So now it's a turn to run this code. Uh, so what we'll do is we'll assign this code to a button. So let's minimize this, and sorry about that. Uh, Go to insert and go to shapes. Insert a button uh, or any rectangle like this. Insert this and write something like start, and right click on this button and click on assign macro, and therein you would see this macro's name, which is roll and move. Select this and press OK, and now you can run this macro. So click on the start button, and here you go, your animation is ready, right? To give it a better view, you can remove all the grid lines from the background. Go to the view tab and uncheck the grid lines, and now it will look visually better, right? And so that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.